to Yote! Incredible! Newcastle bounce straight back to the Premier League. Great try from George Williams. Benjamin Bishop!
Here is the big man, he's over again.
Magic weekend is approaching. What a weekend we've got to look forward to. May the 20th and May the 21st at St James's Park for that Dacia Magic weekend. Day one, we start on Sky Sports 2 at 2 p.m. and then on Sunday the action starts from 12:30 p.m. on Sky Sports Mix, and that is your Magic weekend in Newcastle upon Tyne, and that should be a cracking weekend. We should have a cracking second half here because the game very well poised. Catalan ahead by 16 points to 12, but Leeds will be lifted by that late first half try from Stevie Ward, converted from wide out by Liam Sutcliffe, which has narrowed the gap and made this a very tasty prospect in the second half. And the Catalan Dragons probably went into that dressing room, I'd have imagined, fuming at allowing Leeds a lifeline that close to the half-time whistle.
Yeah, the last few seconds of the first half, Stevie Ward crashing over. He had to readjust to catch the ball, so he did it ever so well, Stevie Ward. But poor defence. But you look at the penalty count in the first half, it's 7-4 in favour of the Leeds Rhinos. 3 of the penalties of which Catalan have got, they've gone on and scored tries. So if Brian McDermott would have said anything in the sheds at half-time, he would have talked about making sure that we focus on when we've got some back-to-back 6-6, and we've got to make sure we double up our efforts, don't switch off, because they certainly are a talented side led by the likes of Tony Gigo, Richie Myler, Lucas Albert, as Barry quite rightly said in the first half, is having a decent influence on this game. Let's see what happens in the next 40, Bill.
Just about to get underway then. Gigo has the ball teed up, and away we go in the sun of Perpignan. The shadows, though, lengthening across the Brutus playing field. The Leeds fans are behind their side now. The Leeds team playing away from that new stand at the end of the ground, and they'll be G'd up. And it's the first touch of the game for young Mikolaj Oledzki, and you know all about him, Barry.
Oh, he's a big, powerful man. Played a little bit of dual reg with Bradford and Featherstone so far this year, and he's throwing grown men about. He's only a young pup at 18 years of age, but certainly he won't let anybody down this afternoon, Mikolaj.
But Purcell has lost the ball. Oledzki there making the tackle. Purcell lost possession in the eyes of referee Jack Smith. Leeds claiming that the Catalan player knocked it forward in the process. Here is Sam Moa. No man is an island, they say, but Sam Moa is very distinctly a big outcrop anyway, if you run into him or he tackles you. Here is Mikel Simon.
Richie Myler organising, you can see him in the bottom of your screen.
And Catalan, their first threat of the second half, and Braden Williami puts a hand in the face of Maguire. Maguire comes back, referee tells Williami to play the ball, and it's in the middle of the field now with Casti.
I think he's still down, Maguire, on Leeds' right edge. No, he's back up.
Gigo the run around. Gigo denied in the first half. He won't be in the second, or will he? Will we get a decision straight away from the referee? Looks to the touch judge. The touch judge won't commit.
It's going upstairs to the video referee, this.
Well, Robert Hicks, if you're going to go all that way, you might as well put some effort into it. Robert Hicks certainly doing that as the video ref.
Well, the touch judge was stood on the sideline, holding his position. So that's why the reason why Jack Smith's gone upstairs. A good offload from Remy Casti, and then a good little turn-up play. Tony Gigo goes through the line. He gets rid of Danny Maguire, who was down earlier on, injured. But look at this turn-up play. Dummies the ball, goes through the line, beats Golding. Does he get the ball down? Well, his elbow gets down. That's the white thing that initially I saw go down on the white line. definitely goes over the line.
He gets over the line, and with the strapping on his elbow, the question is it just the strapping, or is it any part of that ball? Tom Briscoe was down in back play. Danny Maguire trying to make up all the space, misses the tackle. There's how Tony Gigot gets the chance. The point of the ball hits the line.
I don't think it's down, Barry.
Or is it his elbow?
Yeah, I don't think this is down.
Yeah,
look at that. That's great defence from the youngster Ash Golding. We saw him in round one against Saints save a couple of tries, didn't we? Look at the strength for him. This was going to be a certain try from the French international, but the strength of that youngster, good effort.
And good work from the match officials as well.
Well, if you want to kid the referees, put strapping on your elbow, because twice I thought he'd put that ball down and changed my mind, but I think we're all confident this is no try.
It is. And Gigot is denied again.
Do you know, little efforts like that win you games, don't they? They keep you in contests.
Let's go.
It's the last tackle coming up for Leeds. From that, no try, and Leeds escape. And that man in the picture there, Ashton Golding, has a lot to do with that. Big effort from the fullback.
It was a huge effort from the young fullback. As we said in the first half, he's been ever so impressive on his kick returns and in defence.
There's Mikolaj.
You're right, Baz, he's massive.
He is, and he's afraid of nobody as well.
Born in Gdansk, the Polish shipyard city. Tough environment to come from.
Can't remember you saying that before, Bill.
Gdansk. It's not featured that often in a Super League commentary, has it? Unless in the old days it might have been Steve-O trying to pronounce something else.
Gipton, more like, but yeah, the young man won't let anybody down. His side need a lift at the minute.
Move, Anthony Hall.
Well, Leeds, they ended the first half well, and they've started the second well in terms of denying the Catalan Dragons the try that they were looking for from the restart.
Well, they've just got to up the tempo and up the speed, haven't they? Looked a bit sluggish, a couple of them in the first half, especially the forwards. That's why Brian McDermott is sent on the young substitution, Oledzki.
Here comes Mikel Simon, gets the pass away. And it's Thibaut Margalet.
10 metres.
The Catalan Dragons squad being tested at the moment because of all these injuries. Sam Moa flings that ball out, and Margalet's knocked it forwards.
Offside.
Offside, in fact.
Yeah. Margalet.
That's a difficult decision when that ball is fumbled by Margalet. Catalan Dragons can't afford to let the ball be picked up by a Leeds Rhinos player. They pick it up and give a penalty away.
So Catalan trotting back towards their own try line. A few moments ago they thought they were celebrating a try. They were caught cold from a tap penalty just before half-time. Liam Sutcliffe fancied his chances there, maybe. Takes it to the Catalan Dragons try line. Burrow scampering across field. Moon gets the pass away, and Fouad Yaha sticks a hand in the way, bats it out of play, and Leeds will get head and feed.
Well, I thought they were lucky there. It were very lateral. Once Rob Burrow starts skirting across the try line, he needs a straight runner. Joel Moon keeps that angled run, and he tips it onto a player that if he does catch it, he will get put in touch. But Fouad Yaha sticks a hand out and helps Leeds Rhinos.
Did he need to do that?
No, he didn't. That's exactly right.
But that's the panic that sets in when you're a defender. You're defending your try line, you're just 5 metres from it. You don't want to concede a try. You don't want to be the player that makes that mistake. That's that gamble that you take.
Sorry, sometimes it's the worst of two evils, either conceding a try or conceding possession. And you're right, Bill, I don't think he needed to do either.
Easy to say from the comfort of this seat. Here is Golding now. And Golding ducks under the first challenge. 3 of them pile onto him. And then Briscoe scampering. Tom Briscoe looking for a way through, but again, Leeds are denied. But Leeds really with their tails up now and threatening here. Cuthbertson gets the pass away to Maguire, and Maguire is cut down. Good work it was by Thornley. Burrow now. Burrow short pass. Again, the Catalan defence is strong and denies Jamie Jones-Buchanan any forward progress. Parcell. Back to Burrow. Burrow again across the field, looking for a gap in the line, but nothing doing for Stevie Ward. The tackle from Myler that time. So Maguire puts the kick in, and it's collected, and that was good work right on his own try line.
Well, I think they missed an opportunity when Danny Maguire's give the ball to Cuthbertson, who's then turned it up for him. If that ball would have went out the back, I'm sure they had them for numbers. Catalan was struggling, but I'm sure that Brian McDermott wouldn't want to have ended the set of 6 like that. Had them where they wanted. They had asked a couple of questions, but probably just wasn't good enough.
Credit where it's due, Catalan Dragons. They defended the mistake. They look on the money. Certainly we've had 6 minutes so far. They look the team that is most likely to keep their energy, maintain that patient outlook. As Thomas Bosk enters the field for the Dragons.
And Catalan get the penalty, which will be very welcome. You've got to take your hat off. That little Maguire kick back at the start of this set for Catalan was fielded by Busquets, probably the biggest, widest bloke on the field.
Difficult to get down, wasn't it, for him? But yeah, Ian Thornley, he gets his side a penalty. He was dominated in defence.
I think he's had a good afternoon, Julian Busquets.
Last time these sides played, he was very good. Thornley made more carries and meters than any other Catalan player.
Is Mikel Simon, had 2 seasons at Wakefield. And now Albert skips away from the first tackle, but is brought down. Gigot must be thinking it's not going to be his day. He's had 2 tries disallowed. Is he going to be able to get over the line conclusively? Here is Margalet now. Catalan ahead by 16 points to 12. They led 16-6 just with half-time approaching. Little kick comes in, Williame. The ball gets away from him.
Just too long, wasn't it, that kick? It was just too much weight on it. A slighter, more delicate kick from Gigot along the ground. It could have been a try.
There could well have been a deflection then, whether it was an accidental touch, but one of the Leeds Rhinos defenders appears to have stuck a hand out.
Officials didn't spot that one, but it was very fleeting.
I'm going to answer your question, Bill. I think that Tony Gigot will get a try this afternoon, because when players like that, with that type of attitude and mentality, keep getting them knocked back, it only inspires and fires them up more.
The only thing with Tony Gigot,
Jamie Jones. Then Jamie Jones.
He's been using his feet a lot. He used his knees in the first half. Tony Gigot, as we know, is quite a highly strung character at times. So whether the frustration might get to him.
It's the T word, isn't it? It's temperament. If you can control it and use it to your advantage, then that's where the really classy players are at their best.
Well, he's underneath. It's Fouad Yaha, beg your pardon, who's underneath that ball and claims it. Come on a lot as Fouad Yaha since he broke into the side a couple of seasons ago.
During the build-up to that kick, though, you saw Fouad Yaha just loitering with intent at the back. When the kick went in the air, he didn't really have to move much. I think it was 2 steps to his left.
Gigot bursts through the first tackle. Here is Vincent Duport. Had quite a quiet game, Duport. Bosk now, the senior citizen of this Catalan Dragons side, the longest serving player at the club now that Greg Muniz has hung up his boots. The kick, not a good one. Goulding fields it.
No, it was a hoof.
Look who's there on the
Busquets again.
Yeah, he's had a terrific game this afternoon. Loads of energy.
Well, who's got the most energy in the remainder of this game? Here is Hartley now.
Another one.
Williame and Busquets. And Busquets, that looked high from Busquets, and Singleton was the target.
He's won 3 of them in that set, hasn't he?
Parcell flips the ball out, and Singleton gets ball and Myler at the same time. On the last now. And Burrow hoists this one. And it's Fouad Yaha again. And this time he's under pressure from Jamie Jones, and he deals with it well. Fouad Yaha doing ever so well there.
And Singleton looking at targeting the right winger. And considering the Rhinos haven't been at their best as they receive another penalty. And I'll go back to what I was saying in the first half, the penalties that they did receive in the first half, even though it was just 4, they certainly left them off the hook.
This is exceptional from the winger. Handing players off, refusing to succumb to the tacklers. And at this point when he plays the ball, the ruck is too messy, the referee doesn't like it, and the advantage is gained by the Dragons. Played for and got.
And even though at the minute, just on 50 minutes, Leeds aren't at their best, it shows what a good side they are because they're just 4 points behind in the south of France. A lot of teams struggle when they come down to the Catalans' home.
Tackle technique.
Aiton rides the tackle. Here is Garcia now, and Garcia, look, as he was being tackled, high up there, he looks at the touch judge after the tackle, he looked at the referee in the course of it.
Well, he just needs to get on with the game. He was trying to earn his side a penalty. He was thinking, should I dive down or not keep my legs going forward?
Margley plays the ball, Myler, little step, wrong foot's Mullally, gets the pass away, and it's Casti! Remy Casti with the try under the posts, and it is awarded instantly by the referee. And that's a rarity. Remy Casti, his first of the season, making his 35th consecutive appearance, but put it down to the good work from Richie Myler.
Well, this is where Garcia is looking at the referee, thinking that he's going to get a penalty, trying to kid the referee. But Richie Myler, look, he just looks up, he spots that Parcell loses his footing. On the inside of Parcell, you got Anthony Mullally, and he just backs himself for his speed, knowing that his prop forward is going to be around. And Tony Gigo, well, if he would have just, Remy Casti would have pulled back and stepped out the way, Tony Gigo could have scored a try that he's been looking for. He's been looking for all afternoon.
Well, Remy Casti gets a well-deserved try. But I'm sure Tony Gigo, I'm sure he'll get over the try line, by the way, but I'm sure he will forgive his front row teammate for getting the try, because the important thing for that team is a try. And it was good recognition. Anthony Mullally lunges at Richie Myler. He looks a little bit gassed at this point here, but Richie Myler, the 6 and 7, Albert and Myler have been very good, and there's been some top performers for the Dragons.
Tony Gigo will look to convert this try. When it's your captain who's going to take the pass, then it really wouldn't do to do anything. Yeah, exactly. Remy, it's all yours, mate. And Gigo, well, he might just end up with some conversions to his name and not the try that he's been hunting for. He bangs that one over, and Catalan extend their lead.
Well, lovely stuff from the Dragons. The big front rower, he gets that try. You obviously don't understand the dynamics of a team, Bill. Everybody picks on the front rowers, especially the half-backs. They torment the life out of the front rowers.
The front rowers can't look after themselves.
Oh, they can, but they're not allowed to hit their own teammates. Apparently, it's frowned upon.
Isn't he an opportunist, though, Richie Myler? Like, he's got to react to what's going on in front of him. And Matt Parcell loses his footing. He looks at where Mullally is. He thinks, yeah, I'm going to go through, knowing that he's got his teammate inside when he gets rid of the fullback Ash Golding.
Well, Catalan ahead by 22 points to 12. There is the try scorer Remy Casti making his 249th appearance for the Catalan Dragons, and another penalty goes against Leeds. And Danny Maguire, I think, well, I thought he wanted a word with Jack Smith, the referee there, but
another forceful charge from the captain. He works hard, Remy Casti, and he's a player that throws his body into every challenge. 10 points behind on the scoreboard, 53 minutes on the clock against the Rhinos.
So still plenty of time left in this game, and Leeds have shown already that they can find ways through this Catalan defence. It's by no means impregnable. But they can't really afford to allow Catalan any more leeway in this match. Here is Aiton. Catalan disappointing last weekend in defeat against Wakefield, who are in action at Leeds Centurions this evening. We'll have scoreline from that. Coming up shortly, and not surely a double from Busquets, no. He's stopped 10 metres out and the pass was forward, I think.
And who was the support runner?
Oh, no.
But again, it just looks too easy, doesn't it? Look at this ball, it just drifts forward from Albert. Just drifts forward. Busquets gets his nose through the line, and as you said, Barry, Tony Gigo, he's all over the park, isn't he?
He's on the wrong side of Liam Sutcliffe, who's put his body in between the front row and the fullback. And a fortuitous call for Leeds. And another line break, potential line break for the Dragons.
Leeds, of course, missing Ryan Hall and Callum Watkins from their three quarters. And well, I mentioned that Lee Wakefield contest underway, and a lively game there as well. Kicked off at 6 o'clock. Lee Centurions 12, Wakefield 20. Wakefield had gone into a 20 points to 0 lead early on in that game, really set off quickly Trinity, but Wakefield have pegged them back. 22-12 here, and they've been playing a while longer into the second half in Perpignan, and Leeds looking to do something about that disparity in the scoreline. Here is Stevie Ward, try scorer at the end of the first half. Parcell, Maguire on the last. Maguire hoists that kick. The shadow's long, the sun is in Tony Gigo's face, but he does well. And Golding has stolen the ball, and it was 2, possibly 3 in the tackle there.
It was a determined chase from Ash Goulding. As soon as that ball went up, he had a player trying to escort him off the ball. As soon as he gets hold of Tony Gigo, I think he probably ends up with the ball in his hands rather than the intent of trying to strip it. But nevertheless, it was illegal. Jack Smith, he's probably going to have a word with the captain, Danny Maguire, and say, let's cut the penalties out.
Do you think Jamie Jones had actually made contact there? Because he was the other man in the vicinity.
It looked like there was two players involved in that tackle. And whether or not it was clever players, Leeds are on a final warning now. So one more player, that's the sign that if one more player gives a penalty away, he's going to spend 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Leeds are on a warning. They haven't been that bad, have they?
In the second half, well, Catalan in the first half gave away 7 penalties to Leeds 4, but in the second half it seems to be that Leeds are giving the penalties away. You normally only really give penalties away when you're on the back foot and you're chasing games, but that might have been clever play from Catalan, knowing that there was too many in the tackle, to just hand the ball to Ash Goulding. Don't fight to keep hold of it.
Well, that's put Leeds under a bit of pressure now in disciplinary terms. They don't need anybody in the sin bin. Last week it was the Catalan Dragons who had those particular problems in their game at Wakefield. 3 players sin binned. But it's Leeds who've got problems in that respect. On a warning, here is first half try scorer Braden Williame. Bosk, Myler, no sign of Greg Bird. Coming back into action as Casti gets the pass away. Gigo feinted to kick there, but Stevie Ward didn't fall for it. Myler, little chip over the top from Myler. Oh, and well claimed.
Well taken. Diving for that ball, Sutcliffe, and that could have been a penalty from Busquets. Just picking up young Sutcliffe. And Leeds Rhinos trapped in the corner. You can see a couple of the players really struggling. Like I said before, they've been asked to bring the ball back, they've been driven back.
Golding is able to get that pass away to Handley.
They do have Jordan Lilly on the bench, Leeds Rhinos. He's a player that can play at 7, play at 9, give Rob Burrow a little bit more freedom.
Burrow getting some freedom there, and Thornley makes the tackle. That's what they need. Cuthbertson now. Cuthbertson drives it forward, offloads. What else? Parcell, Maguire. Maguire's pass goes behind Briscoe, so Briscoe has to start again, coming across the field, the wingman. They've lost a bit of ground.
And that just slows it down, doesn't it? The Leeds Rhinos get the penalty.
What's Jack Smith doing now?
It markers not squirt. And Tom Briscoe, I thought initially that he penalised Tom Briscoe for not regaining his feet and then playing the ball correctly.
Definitely, that was his intention, Tom Briscoe. When he gets tackled, he puts the ball on before he's regathered his feet. I think Jack Smith possibly had a word with the Dragons players then.
We didn't see that, but
we didn't see the warning sign, did we? But
I don't think that happened. But certainly a penalty for Leeds, and it's an opportunity for them now. And Jamie Jones-Buchanan bounces off Garcia's tackle, and it's another penalty offside. A lot of whistle in this second half. Short pass finds Cuthbertson, and the referee says, take it again.
Well, they've got them going backwards now, haven't they? They're running hard, they're getting over the advantage line. Here goes Galloway.
Galloway tries. Held up just short. Ayton it was with the tackle. Parcell back to Burrow. Burrow feints to pass and away to Ward. Ward gets the pass out. Great work from Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe gets the pass out of the back of the hand to Briscoe. Catalan scrambling cover from then. Good defensive work from the Dragons.
That's excellent defence from the Dragons.
But Leeds with loads of tackles in the bag as they look for a try that will get them back into the game. 22-12 the scoreline, but Parcell chose the wrong option there, maybe. Maguire. Golding. Burrow. Oh, Jamie Jones-Buchanan juggles with it. Here is Parcell. Parcell, and that pass goes to ground, and Catalan survive.
Well, that's a defensive win for the Dragons. What character shown by the players. You can see them on the knees virtually, but when it was time to be on, they were on. And Galloway, arms down by his side, he's no chance of catching that ball. Matt Parcell throws it to a man that wasn't expecting it, but the Dragons players giving absolutely everything to keep that line intact.
And let's be right, these conditions are hard. You don't want to be defending. That's when it saps your energy. The water carrier's been on, trying to give the fluids to the players who are absolutely heroic in the last few sets of 6 on the try line.
Mid-20s the temperature, I think. Bit of a breeze, but you could see from the perspiration on the brow of Tony Gigot that it's hot work, grueling work for these players, and they're putting everything into it.
And it's a speedy, pacey game, so the player I mentioned before, Jordan Lilly, will Brian McDermott choose to take one of the bigger players off, put one of those players like Jordan Lilly to keep all those pivots, all those fast players to speed the ruck up.
Wingers Fuad Yaha and Vincent Dupont coming in to do their shift in the middle of the field. It's Fuad Yaha who plays that ball. And up to halfway, Sam Moa has returned after a breather, and he'll get the ball now. There he is, the former Hull prop forward, and that's the 5th tackle. Bosk surveying the landscape. It's with Myler, who's run the show, really. The kick.
Another set of 6
charge
here.
down. Yeah, referee says 6 to go.
Well, Richie Myler was looking to get the ball high in the air, come up with an attacking kick. It was played out by the Rhinos. So another set of 6 here.
The wobbling here, the Leeds Rhinos. That's the last thing they needed. Another set of 6 to defend.
Well, they've got Sam Moa running at them. And this could be a pivotal moment in this game. If Catalan get more points on the board, there might not be any coming back for the Rhinos, but Willie Arme has lost that ball. Maguire right in front of him and gets the plaudits of his teammates, and then Leeds look to pack the scrum quickly.
Well, good defence from Danny Maguire, wasn't it? He gets a big see you later, but he manages to keep hold of him. It was 2-on-2. So Danny Maguire knows that he had to come up with the correct tackle on Willie Arme.
They needed that, Leeds.
Do you know what they do need, Baz, to get through this set of 6? Without making a mistake.
If the Dragons had scored, you fear that might well have been the game for the Dragons. Look at the energy on them now. You saw their body language when they packed down for the scrum. There was some deep breathing going on. Tom Briscoe and the rest of the outside backs will be asked to take the ball away as he offloads it.
Hanley now inside his own 40. And here's Ward looking around for somebody, but the only person he can see is right in front of him, and it's Braden Willie Arme who makes the tackle. Galloway now. Galloway quickly to his feet to play that ball. Leeds on a bit of a roll now with Matt Parcell. Parcell has support. Sutcliffe it was on his shoulder. Here is Burrow now on the last. This needs to be a good kick, or they will run it. They will with Moon, and Moon going for the line but loses possession.
Play on. Just play on that, Bill.
It's going to be another video ref call. Leeds thinking they might have got the try, and the touch judge indicating that he thought the ball had been spilled by the look of things.
Was the ball kicked forward? So there's an offload here, is there, from Joel Moon?
My first thoughts were it was an offload. Did it go forward?
Yeah, but it's kicked forward by Jamie Jones-Buchanan and Ash Hanley. Is he in a offside position, or is it not grounded anywhere?
I think Fuad Yahar has got to it, and I watched Jamie Jones-Buchanan's reaction, and he shook his head. Very honest individual, never mind honest player, and I think Fuad Yahar has done enough. I think this will be a dropout, no try, and Fuad Yahar has saved a try for the Dragons. That's what I think.
He does well to recover, Fuad Yahar, because he'd gone through the play. He thought that the tackle was going to be affected, and then all of a sudden he thinks, no, I've got to get back here. Yeah, I don't think it's a try.
No look at the grounding again from video ref Robert Hicks, and the try is ruled out. In fact,
he's ruled that
for offside.
I think has he ruled that Ash Hanley was offside?
It's ruled that Jamie Jones-Buchanan has kicked the ball forward and Ash Hanley was stood in front of him when he kicked it.
It's the video ref Robert Hicks coming to that conclusion. Leeds thinking they'd found a way through there, and they need to, because they're running out of time now.
What they did do well in that set, though, Galloway carried the ball strongly, and when he picked out a couple of Leeds Rhinos players, there was 4 of them that couldn't bring him down.
Bernard Gouache, he'll enjoy the atmosphere today, but it will be for naught unless the Dragons get the 2 points, and they're in pole position at the minute.
But the Rhinos do things well as Willie Armour goes off and leaves the field. If they do the basics well, they run hard, they'll get the rewards, and then the likes of Cuthbertson and Moon and Danny Maguire can offload the ball.
Catalan aren't home and dry yet. I wonder if Willie Armour was an injury, or was that a tactical move from Laurent Frazinou?
It's not the usual formula to rotate a centre. He has come back, Willie Armour, had an injury that kept him out for 3 weeks, so Laurent Frazinou might just think I'll rotate you.
Looking at the makeup of the bench, though, there's no outside backs apart from Thomas Bosk, who's probably going to have to go into further out wide, or Vince Dupont.
Maybe Garcia. He's played centre for the Dragons before. That's a kick that's a little bit too long.
Well, Vince Duport's gone to centre. Thomas Bosk has gone on to the wing.
Bosk played on the wing against Wigan a couple of weeks ago, and we've seen him there before in his long career with the Catalan Dragons. 12 seasons at the club, their record point scorer, now their long server. Bosk. It's another tackle where the player is upended. We've seen those penalised in this game.
He's been the best player on the pitch for me.
Bousquet, yeah. First
Both
half
sides of the ball, attack and defence.
First half try scorer Julien Bousquet. And here's another of the try scorers. Sutcliffe gets the pass away and leads on the roll with Cuthbertson, and Cuthbertson all the way to the post, and Leeds is still alive. Fuad Yahar getting involved at the end there, but he didn't need to. Cuthbertson looks and just says, what's all the fuss about? The fuss is about the fact that Leeds have come back, and Catalan again have been exposed.
Well, a quick ruck from Galloway, offload, and a refusal from Liam Sutcliffe to go down. Look at the big fella here, holy moly, that's 25-30 metres on the gallop. Here's the offload from Sutcliffe, quick hands. He thinks about passing Cuthbertson, but scores the try that potentially gets Leeds back into this game.
The Catalan fans think that there's a forward pass here from Danny Maguire. Good line from Sutcliffe. There's nothing wrong with this pass. Nice controlled offload. It's that pass to Cuthbertson that the fans, well, they're venting their anger at the referee, Jack Smith. But the try's awarded.
And Sutcliffe will surely add 2 more points to narrow the gap again. What a finish we've got in Perpignan. after Adam Cuthbertson gets his 5th try of the season. He got 2 tries against the French side in the big win for the Rhinos in March. He's got a try that puts them right back in the hunt in this game now.
Leeds Rhinos offload the ball. If they do it when the defensive line is scattered, they're going backwards. I mentioned Moon and Danny Maguire and Cuthbertson. Well, the man who started it off was the youngster Liam Sutcliffe. And all of a sudden, Cuthbertson, when he realises he's the only man who's in the best position, or he's in the best position to score the try, well, he just backs himself and goes. And that's certainly a lifeline now.
And Catalan taking their time about the restart. They just cannot shake these Rhinos off. And Adam Cuthbertson's try has again made it a 4-point ball game, and time still for the Rhinos to turn this round. Oh, plenty of time. 22-18 the scoreline in Perpignan. And here's Golding. Golding flings the pass backwards. They don't need to do that.
Big tackle. He's given Galloway a good platform.
Release 3, go.
Keith Galloway back in action after that Achilles injury that put him out for so long. Here is Jamie Jones Buchanan, still going strong. Jamie Jones at 35 years of age. Catalan swarming in defence to close down Maguire. There's Myler with the tackle. Burrow gets away, and again they go down that side, and it's with Hanley now. Hanley back in field to Moon. Moon gets the pass away to Burrow, and Burrow for the corner! Robbie Burrow has levelled the scores, and Leeds have come roaring back. What a finish, what a build-up there was to that try. 2 tries in the space of a couple of minutes for the Leeds Rhinos. Rob Burrow gets the 2nd of them.
Well, this is a team that were put on a warning from the referee Jack Smith for giving far too many penalties away. They were on the back foot defensively, but certainly not on the back foot now. Again, it's the offloads from the Rhinos. That's what we've seen from them over the years. When they go into contact, they can pull defenders out of the line. When they pass the ball, they don't switch off. Joe Mooney's got so much balance. And Rob Burrow, how many times has he come up with an important try like this? And he gets Leeds Rhinos back into the game, and it's going to be a hectic final 20 minutes. As the old stager goes in, and look at the Leeds fans now. Well, they believe now.
If you look at the individual components of that try, it's split-second thinking, it's reaction, speed of thought and speed of action. Rob Burrow was the player that was going to kick and put the kick up high. He passes the ball to his left edge. There's a couple of offloads, and then Rob Burrow, with that appetite to get the ball back, receives an offload, still has a bit to do to score that try. But Liam Sutcliffe now, a lot of pressure on this kick.
The Leeds fans celebrating their side's renaissance in this match against the Catalan Dragons. And for the first time in the game, or since very early on, I beg your pardon, when that man Liam Sutcliffe put them ahead, they look to go in front, and they do that. What a kick that is from out wide from Liam Sutcliffe, and Leeds regain the lead.
Well, Rob Burrow under pressure from Sam Moore, passes to Jones Buchanan, who then hands it on to Moon. Ash Hanley, the man on the edge, gives it back to his centre, and offloads during this game by both sides have given advantage. When they've stuck, Rob Burrow, when he scores that try, to the delight of his teammates, knows his side are back in this game. 24-22 now.
Dragon Catalan have been stunned by those 2 Leeds tries in quick succession. And it's Leeds who look the fresher. Look at that from Singleton. Catalan, they seem to have had the stuffing knocked out of them in the last few minutes.
You've got to wonder what's going on between their ears now. They've lost the last 2 games. Going into this game, look at that, the way that they're running onto this ball. Move! Turning at will, there's no contact up high.
Parcell able to get the pass away to Jamie Jones-Buchanan, Cuthbertson, Maguire across the field, and then scragged to the ground by Myler. Those two have been tracking each other on the last. And Burrow drills it towards the corner, but couldn't find the corner. And back the Catalan Dragons come with Thomas Bosch playing out on the wing there. Now then, can Catalan do to Leeds what the Rhinos have done so far in this game? Come back.
They can. And if they do, it will be off the back of the bloke we've been talking about all afternoon. Some hard work from the forwards, some offloads, and the person on the end of it that you want is the full-back Gigo.
Casti bundling through, bowled to the ground. Leeds now on the back foot. What a finish we've got here. Myler, wide. The ball is batted down. That'll be Leeds' ball.
I think it will be Catalan
ball, I beg your pardon.
Liam Sutcliffe in scramble defence has little option really, has to have a play at that game. What a last 10 minutes we're in for. Strap yourself in, kids.
There's a couple of strong carries in that set of 6 from Catalan. Remy Casti, Samoa. The ball goes out wide, and then it's the flinging arm of Briscoe that just knocks the ball down. Another set of 6 here.
Well, let's stay down, Catalan. Come on, Richie.
Head and feed to the Catalan Dragons.
Richie, come on.
Into the last 10 minutes, the players have given their all in this one. It might not have been the coach's copybook performance from these two sides, but in terms of entertainment, there's been no shortage of excitement. Paul Ayton up against his former club, calling the shots for the Catalan Dragons now. Look at the eyes there at Myler. Oh, Mikel Simon has taken a knock in that tackle.
When players stay down like that, it's sometimes as a consequence of an opposition player landing on their head. You see a lot of players now will reverse when they've been tackled. They're reversing, and then when a player lands on top,
It's Galloway.
Galloway, yeah, he ends up awkwardly over the top of the player. There's the neck, the twist.
But Galloway doesn't do anything untoward, does he?
No.
He just has hold of him, and then because Mikel Simon's backing into him, he doesn't jump on him like we've seen over the years when players can get hurt. And he's okay, Mikel Simon.
Just wait. The incident's on report.
Well, that's put on report by the referee, but it looked like an accidental situation that Galloway found himself in. The Catalan player reversed himself towards his Busquets, looking for his second of the game, and he can't get over the line. Look at the Leeds defenders in there to deny him, right on the try line, and the referee awards the penalty to the Catalan Dragons.
Go for 2 points here. Desperate defence. Desperate defence.
Yes, they'll go for 2, I feel,
from the Rhinos. Look at that, 4 players to stop Julian Busquets, but they've got to go for 2 points.
Lock it up first, leave the game in the melting pot, and then let's see who's fittest mentally and physically until the last couple of minutes. Hasn't he been good?
Yeah.
He's been that good. We've said he's been that good about a dozen times.
It's good defence, though, that, isn't it, from the Rhinos? I know they give the penalty away here. They had to keep the numbers in. It could have been a quick play of the ball. They'll go for the 2 points. If they are successful, Bill, you can bet that the likes of that man, Remy Casti, and his forwards, Julian Busquets, will just march up the middle of the pitch. They'll set that field position. They'll hopefully win the last play before Richie Myler might go for a 1 point.
How they must wish they had Luke Walsh. No reflection on Tony Gigo's goal-kicking ability, but Luke Walsh with his 87% success rate this season, you'd put your house on him landing this. Gigo to level the scores. He's on target. Never a problem for the fullback. Catalan draw level again. What drama in Perpignan.
Well, haven't they been entertained, the crowd? We talked about the atmosphere a couple of times, and you feel it when the Dragons aren't playing well. First of all, you want your team to play well, and then hopefully off the back of that there is a good result. But everybody that's been to this game will know they've had full money's worth, locked up, 24 points each. Which player will step up and take the points for their team?
Warrington in 9th place in the table, breathing down the Dragons' necks, must be cheering on the Leeds Rhinos in these final few minutes.
I don't know, that's a difficult one for any fan.
Well, given the situation as far as places in the top 8 goes, it's important to Warrington's hopes that Catalan Dragons are denied here, because that would leave Warrington right on their tails. And talking about the top 8, Lee 16, Wakefield Trinity 22 is the half-time score at Lee Sports Village, and highlights of that will be available on the Sky Sports website, skysports.com/rugby league. Breathtaking game here, and Casti has really put his shoulder to the wheel for his hometown club. He's on the last here. They're running it. They've got to. Busquet, but Busquet can't get the ball away, and that's a scrappy end, a disappointing end for the Catalan Dragons.
It is. They were out of distance. They couldn't go for the 1 point because of the position that they were in, but they've gifted the Rhinos 30 metres up the field because they've not put boot to ball, turned Leeds around and kicked them into the corner. Now, they could regret this now, because if Leeds are clever, all they do is march Catalan back upfield. If they're strong carries, if they start winning the first few plays, and then they're in striking distance.
Our old mate Steve-O, I'm sure he's tuning in somewhere shouting, drop goal.
Cuthbertson's not on the same wavelength. And Hanley comes back in field, and Adam Cuthbertson took them way upfield there with that run. What a great position they're in now. Maguire, Golding. Ash Golding stands in the tackle until Boss comes and clamps him up.
This needs a left pegger. Is it Rob Burrow to drop it?
Well, they want to be even closer now. Parcell, Matt Parcell.
Play your ball!
Struggles to play the ball. Oh, and then they've lost possession, have they? No, it's 6 to go. It's on a plate for the Rhinos now, surely. Into the last 5 minutes. They're almost too close. Maguire! Danny Maguire will win it for the Leeds Rhinos! Catalan thought they were coming looking for a point. Maguire gets them 4 and gets them a win surely now. Catalan dumbstruck. And Danny Maguire, the Rhinos captain, cuts his way through, gets his 3rd try of the season. And Leeds are celebrating a fantastic away win, surely now.
Tragedy for the Dragons, who are out on the feet. And let's not forget Greg Bird, unable to rejoin his teammates for the majority of this game. A little bit of fortune, there was a bat down, and the Rhinos, from repeat possession through Danny Maguire, get the try that should seal this game. The Leeds Rhinos army, the travelling Leeds Rhinos army, will know that for a large part of this game, they have been outplayed.
But what spirit they've shown to come back again and again in this match. And the pace of it catching up with Thomas Bosk. And Catalan are going to suffer another home defeat by the look of things. You never know, we've had so many twists and turns in this game. There's still time for some late drama, but that must, if the stuffing was just only being held together by the stitching very loosely for the Catalan Dragons, it's coming apart now, surely.
Yeah, and you can trace it back to not kicking that ball, and then the run from Adam Cuthbertson over on the left edge, and the offload from him, and then all of a sudden from those 2 plays, Catalan couldn't get set then. An important kick here from Sutcliffe. He'll take his time.
24-26. Leeds lead, and this 2 more points from Liam Sutcliffe, who's had an outstanding game, set the Rhinos on their way.
Well, Lucas Alba gets caught in no man's land as Danny Maguire, look at him. He's just faking to drop the ball off. He spots that Garcia's on his own. He knows he's got the speed to get around him. The man that's picked up an awful lot of silverware during his career, the likes of him and Rob Burrow, Jamie Jones-Buchanan, stalwarts of this side.
But it's important we don't underplay the energy battle as the Dragons players scattered about the pitch are out on the feet. To not have the full 17 players to rotate will affect you late on in this game, but the Dragons players sticking in there.
You've got to take your hat off to Julien Bousquet, because he very nearly got on the end of that restart as well. He was underneath it.
Has he played the full game?
No, because he started on the bench.
Yeah, sorry. Well, he hasn't been off.
Since he's been... Here is Galloway. Big game from him as well. And Leeds will have... They've had their failings in this game, particularly in that first half when defensively they were exposed once or twice by Catalan. But what spirit they've shown, the side that maybe didn't show the spirit their coach wanted last time out against Huddersfield. Well, they've had bucket loads of that today in Perpignan, and it's going to bring them a fantastic win that'll keep their hopes of a top 4 finish well and truly alive, while Catalan will be looking over their shoulder now. Maguire, leading by example, puts the kick into the corner. Leeds will take their time about packing this scrum.
Well, the man who scored the match-winning try, Danny Maguire, steps up, takes control, and it's the sign of a good side when they can travel, get on a plane, go to the south of France, not play well, but still come away with 2 valuable points against the side that have not played well over the last 2 games.
And it's also Leeds Rhinos who have booked the trend for the last 3 games. In the second half they've been outscored. Well, that's not the case against the Catalan Dragons. A real show of character from the Rhinos.
Catalan losing Greg Bird early on, and it was an innocent collision that put him out of the game, and that has been reflected, I think, in this Catalan Dragons performance. But Leeds, wow, what character from this Rhino side, and missing, of course, 2 key players in Ryan Hall and Callum Watkins, and Mitch Garbutt as well. And into the last minute of the game, Leeds have just got to stand firm. Hang on a minute, where's Tony Gigot? We said that Gigot would score a try before this game was out. He's had 2 disallowed. Look out for the Catalan fullback. Little chip kick ahead. It was Gigot who was chasing it, but Jamie Jones-Buchanan was there.
Well, he's getting himself around where the ball's going to land, but...
Surrender!
And the referee shouting that this is play on Tony Gigot.
Gigot fuming, frustrated, how he must be.
We're saying that the tackle wasn't complete. And it was play on.
Are those voluntary tackles?
It's the sign of a player that doesn't want to get the ball stripped, make a mistake and waste a few seconds. Jamie Jones, who then passed it on to Maguire.
But this is a good response from Leeds. They were out of sorts against Huddersfield. Their coach was not impressed, but this is a good response.
Absolutely, and it was always going to be a difficult match with the England players missing as well. Big shot then again. Stevie Ward, who another player has put his body on the line.
The ball belted into touch, and the hooter sounds. The Catalan Dragons players cannot believe what they've witnessed. The Leeds Rhino supporters are jubilant in Perpignan. It's going to be a good night for them. It's been a good evening for their team, who fought their way back into this game to take a really important win by 30 points to 24, and both sides giving it their all. But it's the Leeds Rhinos who've taken the honours with that scoreline. Danny Maguire with the try late on. Liam Sutcliffe successful with the boot as well to deny the Catalan Dragons. Leeds get the win. They left it late, and what drama in Perpignan. But Catalan, it's now 3 defeats in a row, and Leeds are staying in the hunt in the top 4. Still going on. Lee against Wakefield, 16-22 into the second half. Highlights available at full time at skysports.com/rugby league. What a game it is. And you can see more of it in the Challenge Cup, that is, coming up on Sky Sports next week, when we have 6th round action as Featherstone take on Halifax. Championship duel there, 7:55 Sky Sports 3. And on Friday, this should be some game. Renewing rivalry, Salford Red Devils and Hull Kingston Rovers. Again, Sky Sports 3. Again, 7:55 for that. What drama we've had in Perpignan. Thank you, Barry. Thanks, Terry. See you again.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live. On all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.